Hey everyone, today I want to work on the fundamentals of breaking down basic karate techniques in katas or forms to link them with modern day point fighting or sport fighting or even self-defense. I hope you enjoy it. So with this movement, we're going to work on going forward into an aggressive block, retreating into what we call a cat stance, and then re-attacking in a somewhat aggressive stance, which is a back stance, and then we'll be re-attacking with an aggressive front stance. So when I say going forward with a block and an aggressive stance, it's because we're going to go into a front stance, which is we're putting all our eggs into one basket, right? So if someone is trying to punch me either low or kick me low or midsection, I can do a downwards block, and that comes from all the way to the top of the shoulder. So I want to load inside here, I come in, I load hard, wham! I clear it away from me. Now if they're throwing a second technique, or if they grab my arm or whatever it is, I'm going to retreat back into my cat stance. As I do that, I'm going to shoot my left hand straight out towards them. So hopefully I get them to pull back, and my right hand will be set up on my shoulder. So I load up here, in position. So there's my cat stance. So now a cat likes to pounce. So I'm going to pounce, but I'm going to pounce forward into a back stance. So it's a somewhat more aggressive, going towards them, but still not putting all my eggs into that one basket. And I'm going to use the hammer part of my hand to strike on whatever weapon is coming out. Once it's out, I attack hard. I attack if I'm hitting the forearm, I attack the nerve, collapse the arm, and then I step through and strike with more an aggressive stance, which is that front stance. So again, I'm going in, retreating, somewhat attacking, attacking. See an open hand block and strike. We call it a shuto, a knife hand. A knife hand is a great weapon to use to strike areas like the neck or into small areas like to get nerves and things like that. It's also a good way to block to create pain. Don't forget, in karate, we don't just block so that way there we don't get hit, but when we block, we attack whatever's coming at us with a weapon, basically. And right now we're working on the shuto, an open hand block. Now we're not hitting with the fingers. You want to hit with the meaty part of the hand right here, right inside here. Get that thumb tucked away, right? And again, knives are nice and straight, right? So we got to make sure that our arm is nice and straight, and there's a flick. Everything has to do with a flick. To create force, you don't have to be big and strong. Always have that snap into it. To get snap, you need speed. So hand speed and turning that wrist at the last possible second will create a nice weapon that you could use either as a block or a strike. So in this movement, we are doing a back stance. Again, going forward, but still making sure that we're not 100% sure. So we keep our distance by having about 60 to 70% of the weight on our back leg, and always making sure our front foot is facing our opponent and our back foot is at a 90, and you're on be on the blade of that foot. So if I'm coming forward into a back stance towards sort of that 45-degree angle to you, right? My hand is going to come up, my elbow is going to be towards the individual. I'm going to load into that position, right? I load, and then I shoot my leg out. I distribute the weight that I want. My back is straight. And then I do a block. So if something's coming down here, I block it. When I block, I'm trying to hit the person either in the forearm, right, to create pain in the nerve, or I can attack the bicep. Again, create pain. So when we, boom, we hit that weapon coming out, now it's gonna hurt them, and it gives a bit of a distraction, maybe enough time that we can re-attack and strike that neck. You see it? It's right there. So on here, this hand will come up. I push this hand out like this. Now the reason I push that hand out is to push that head back. If he's there, I want his head going back, open it up even more, and it creates a little bit more gap for us. So I come in, and I strike the neck. Now I like to have a focal point. I use my own neck as sort of the distance where I should be striking at. It helps me with focus and focal points. Anyways, watch it again. So I'm here, the technique is coming at me, so I'm gonna get off the line by loading, and it gives me another angle that I can hit at. Here, so I block that technique coming at me, boom. Again, my focal point, I like to have my fingertips at around my shoulder or chin area to make sure that I know exactly where it is. And then I'm gonna step up, and as I step up, I push my hand out, pushing their head back, and then attacking the neck. Now this hand here, right, it's prepared to strike again. It's also protecting my solar plexus. And if I'm here and I've grabbed them, I'm gonna pull them towards me. As I pull them in, right, it breaks their balance and it allows me to hit that neck or strike the temple or whatever else I'm aiming for. So now let's apply this to point karate. Take a good look. Hand is up. I'm going to change the line. As I change my line, I block that technique. Now I re-attack on that second angle, and I'm back. Again, I'm going to get off that line. I'm going to load onto one side. I'm going to push that technique away, maybe a lazy roundhouse or a lazy side kick. I'm going to shift it off to the side, and then I'm going to re-attack like we did in that video last week. I re-attack on that reverse punch, right inside. Let's try it one more time. Right, hands are up, in position, off the line, just like that. Excellent. Good. Now we're going to use this and visualize a self-defense situation. So my hand is in front of my face, and again, my body language is very passive. I want to say stop, right? I'm saying stop. Now, when that punches, now the only way he's going to throw a punch and hit me is if he throws a circular technique, because my hands are up in front of my face. So I take away the quickest route, which is a straight line. My hands are up and I'm saying stop. The last place he probably thinks I'm going to go is forward. So that's where I'm going to go, because I'm going to catch him by surprise, right? And I'm going to use the blade of my hand and I'm going to attack that arm. I'm going to try to hurt that arm real bad, right? When I'm here like this, when that punch is coming, I'm going to step forward and there's the strike. Now my hand that's up here is going to hit the side of that neck, and we're going to use the shuto on this side of the neck. And this hand that was up here is ready to hit this side of the neck. And then I'm back again. So again, using the self-defense part of it, of the karate, the traditional karate. So I'm here like this, I attack forward, I explode into that technique. So that punch is coming, I attack, hurt the arm, just visualize, and then from here, whack, side of the neck, and this side, side of the neck. Again, using the blades of your hand, striking the neck, weakening the opponent so you can get away and get to safety. Well, I hope you enjoyed the comparisons to traditional karate to modern day point fighting or sport fighting and self-defense. Again, our basics in karate is what our foundation is built on. So keep practicing your basics, your traditional karate, add it to your repertoire for point fighting, and then think about it for self-defense. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys soon.